The group you're about to see, the Los Angeles Times has said maybe the group of the year, 1990. Would you please, and well they might, would you please welcome the Desert Rose Band.
It would take another life to see what I have done. Have I lived through the best time? Have I hurt anyone? Just to do it all over, oh, make it all right. Like a book with no cover, like a page out of time. If I had another lifetime, if I had another day, I might have walked a straighter line, I might have known what to say. In another lifetime, in another day, if I say what's on my mind, would you love me anyway? I started walking down a one-way street, now I can't return. Ain't nobody coming after me, oh, this is a lesson I learned. I'm no stranger to the bad times, I'll just stand my ground and remember that the good times don't always come back around and down. If I had another lifetime, if I had another day, I might have walked a straighter line, I might have known what to say. In another lifetime, in another day, if I say what's on my mind, would you love me anyway? John Jordan. It would take another life to see what I have done. Have I lived through the best times? Have I hurt anyone? Just to do it all over, oh, make it all right. Like a book with no cover, like a page out of time. If I had another lifetime, if I had another day, I might have walked a straighter line, I might have known what to say. In another lifetime, in another day, if I say what's on my mind, would you love me anyway?
That's the Desert Rose Band. That's called In Another Lifetime. And I think that's in the top 20 this week. Hey, Chris. Nice to see you. Hi, Herb.
Good to see you, buddy.
My notes say that's number 17 this week, right?
It just came out.
The album is 17.
Yep. Album is 17. I'm
Album
sorry.
is 17 this week.
Album is 17 Bullet. Yeah.
You've had what, 5 number 1 records in 3 years. I know he's back and I'm blue. What were the other 4?
One Step Forward. She Don't Love Nobody. What else? Summer Wind.
Summer Wind, yeah.
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 That covers it.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
I wanted to ask you about the Roy Orbison tribute. You went to that the other night, and it was also, when you were on Starcatcher the other night
Right.
from Florida, we talked about the Byrds reunion, and Bob Dylan showed up, didn't he?
Yeah, the Roy Orbison, Barbara Orbison, Roy's widow, had a benefit for homeless people in Los Angeles, which we talked about on Starcatcher last week. It went real well, and then we got together, the original Byrds played, and then Bob Dylan jumped on stage with us at the end. It was pretty exciting.
Was that a surprise?
Somewhat of a surprise, yeah. We had talked about having him come up, and he just sort of mysteriously appeared on. Hello. What happened?
I don't know.
The applause sign went down there, Ralph, I think.
Somebody hit the applause button?
Bob Dylan just
Yeah,
brings
all
it
right.
out of you folks, doesn't
That's
it? Living icon. God bless him.
What did Bob Dylan sing with you?
Tambourine Man, which he wrote, of course, and that was our first number 1 hit back in 1965. So
David Crosby make it?
David Crosby, Roger McGuinn, and myself, and Steve Duncan helped us, our drummer, and John Jorgensen, and that was the Byrds.
Did you feel the old magic?
Yes. Yeah, it came right back.
They sounded good. They really sounded good.
Herb was there giving us support.
I was backstage running around.
I
They
believe
sounded-
the tribute to Roy Orbison was done for Showtime, wasn't it?
Yes, it'll be on May 5th on Showtime, and it's real nice. And Emmylou Harris was on, and Ricky Skaggs, and Larry Gatlin, and
Did people do their own thing, or did they do Roy Orbison material?
people did their own thing. Now, Katie Lang, of course, did Crying, right,
Yeah.
that she had recut with Roy a few years ago. And Emmylou and Bonnie Raitt did something else, I can't remember. Oh, and John Fogerty did Ooby Dooby, which was the first hit
yeah.
Roy had. Remember that back
That was
in
down on Sun Records.
Yeah,
wasn't
that
it?
was
Yeah.
a Sun record, and John had done that, I believe, in Creedence Clearwater. So
All right,
Interesting.
what was your tie to Roy Orbison?
only that, Ralph, that I bought his records when I was in the 7th grade, 1957. Only the Lonely, and Graham Parsons and I used to sing Sweet Dream Baby in the Burrito Brothers. I didn't really know the man, other than he was one of the guys that influenced me and sort of pointed me into a music career. And
I keep forgetting you not only created the Byrds, but you created the Flying Burrito Brothers, too.
Yeah.
That was kind of a spin-off of the Byrds.
it really was a spin-off of the Byrds, so.
You've had a pretty interesting life.
So far, it's been good, Ralph.
How long have you and Herb been together?
I've known Herb for 26 years.
But how long?
Actually longer.
How long have you worked together as an act?
In the Desert Rose Band, 4 years?
4 years,
And
yeah.
then, we were on your show 5 years ago, just Herb and I, as a duo, and we used the guys, the band, and that was really sort of the spark of
How
Desert
were you
Rose.
billed that night?
Chris Hillman, I think.
Yeah.
Just Chris and,
And
Herb?
friend.
Yeah.
We go back a long way. Herb and I go back to 1963 in Los Angeles, and we hooked up, and he was in a bluegrass band, and I was working with Vern Gosdin back then in a bluegrass band, so that's how far back we go.
You were working with Vern Gosdin in a
Vern-
bluegrass band?
Vern and his brother Rex lived on the coast in
Oh, that's right.
1963.
The Gosdin brothers, you
Yeah.
should say. Yeah.
And that's where they came from, the bluegrass thing, yeah.
Okay. Hold up both of them tonight? Oh, heck, let's give them a break. Hold them both up. Goodies, headache powders, and extra strength tablets. They bring you this part of the show. Goodies, when you work for a living.